Psalm 51.
Have mercy upon me, O God, according to your loving kindness. This one's for anybody who fell and got back up. It's for the dancers, the weepers, the worshipers, the warriors. Yeah, have mercy on me.
I was lost in the night, couldn't find no peace, carrying guilt, trying to find release. But then I read Micah 7:19. You cast my sins into the sea unseen. Your grace don't change, you always forgive. Lamentations 3 says mercies daily live. I'm standing on your word, not my shame. It's your love that broke the chain. Oh, Isaiah 1:18 said I can be clean. Though my sins were scarlet, you wash me pristine. You don't condemn me, you renew me, you bless. Mercy falling on me like a Sunday dress. Yeah, have mercy on me. Turn my pain into praise, set this captive free. Every move I make, every breath I breathe, it's your mercy that covers me. Yeah, have mercy on me. Not by my works, but by your decree. I was blind, now I clearly see. Mercy rewrote my destiny.
I was that brother crying in Luke 18. Y'all be merciful to me, a sinner unclean. I didn't need no spotlight, I needed grace, so I bowed my head and sought your face. Now I dance in the light, no more chains. He erased my past, broke every stain. No karma, no luck, it's his love that saves. And it's written in the word like eternal waves.
Mercy in the morning, mercy every night. Mercy when I'm wrong, mercy when I'm right. You don't throw stones, you lift me high. You remember I'm dust and still you're justified. So you don't treat me like I deserve. You cover me in love, that's the power of your word. Oh yeah, have mercy on me. When I fall, when I weep, when I bend my knee. Like David said, blot out my sin, and by your spirit I rise again. Oh yeah, have mercy on me. Let the beat of grace set this dancer free. I'll praise you forever faithfully, cause your mercy keeps sounding in me.
As far as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward them that fear him.
Have mercy on me. Oh yeah, have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. Yeah, have mercy on me. Have mercy on me.
Ladies and gentlemen, good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Listen, Donald Trump, with a stroke of a pen, he just canceled the bulk of the visas were from Nigeria. So anybody from Nigeria that was anticipating coming here in 2026 on a student visa or any visa, even a work visa, you can't come here now. You can't come. And it's permanent. He's not letting them come here on visas anymore. And you can thank all of the scamming and scheming many of these Africans have come over here to do. You may say, hey, not all of them, but it's enough to where the government has gotten fed up with it and they're just not going to tolerate it anymore. It may be a few, but a few is ruining it for all. And see, as long as y'all won't deal with or take accountability for the ones that are making it bad for all of you, you're going to have to deal with the consequences and the fallout. And it's the same with the Somalians. It doesn't matter how many of you keep coming on videos talking about it's not all of us, it's not all of us. But if you're not dealing with the ones or getting rid of the ones that's causing the problem, then nobody's going to listen to that. This government is going to get rid of all of you. They're going to start throwing as many of you out as they can. It is going to be many that didn't do anything, but you're still going to be deported out of here. So as long as you don't deal with the ones that are the problem, then yes, it's going to impact all of you. I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying they need to go home. And it doesn't help that many of you are going on videos boasting about your crime, boasting about using the system and scamming the system. That doesn't help because y'all are doing that too. Because I'm seeing the videos out there and I've posted some of them where y'all are boasting about scamming the US government, scamming the system, and then talk about Black Americans are just mad because y'all know how to scam the system and we don't know how to do it. We ain't interested in scamming no system. Who the hell are y'all talking to? We ain't interested in scamming no system. What makes you think we who've been here for centuries are looking for a way to scam a system? That's not what we do. No, see, that's what you do. Because, see, that's what y'all do even in your own countries. Y'all come with that kind of mentality when you come over here because that's all y'all do in your home country is scam. But I've heard them say that on videos that, oh, we're just Black Americans are just mad because they know how to play the system and we're so stupid we don't know how to play the system. Well, yeah, you done played the system to the point where they're deporting your ass. And keep making them videos. I promise you, ICE, when they come out there and get a hold of you Somalians, they gonna jack your asses up. Y'all keep putting them videos out. You'll see. You will soon see. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. Please give me a one if you can see my screen. Thank you.
Well, it looks like Trump's favor towards Nigerians was short lived, wasn't it? I mean, can you imagine? America just cancelled 85,000 visas in total, tens of thousands of which were Nigerian visa holders, right? Who are now barred from entry. And whilst they weren't citizens, they were people who thought their visa made them safe. They got no warning, no refund, no appeal. And this included students, parents, skilled workers, Christians. Yeah, I said it. The same group who he claimed to care so much about just cut off. And it wasn't just Nigerians, right? Other African and Caribbean nationals are facing similar restrictions. Places like Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, whole countries, including Cuba, Venezuela, and many others, right, getting shut out quietly. The US said it was about security, criminal offences, visa overstays, suspected threats. But some say that this is about tightening who gets in and who gets kept out. Beyond just safety, right? The US is picking who stays in the room. And I guess we're always first to go anyway, aren't we? And what makes it worse, right? Some of the same Nigerians in the diaspora who campaigned for Trump, called him uncle, and now watching their own uncle get kicked out. And it's not just visas, right? The US has also tightened its travel ban system. Nigeria is now on the list for partial entry. That means that travelers can be barred from entering even before a visa is issued, well, unless they fall under a really narrow scope of exceptions, right? So, what's the lesson here? First and foremost, I would always say try to build at home where possible, right? I know it's not always realistic, not with these currencies, not with these governments, these living costs. So if you're going to apply to travel, do it with strategy, right? Not just hope. Look for countries that offer a real path to residency, not just a 2-year visa and a pat on the head. Ghana, Barbados, Portugal, if it fits your situation, right? Rwanda, Mauritius. Build a long term plan, not a getaway plan. And if you're already abroad, Try not to move like a visitor. Move like someone building their future, right? That means legal routes, the kind that protects you when things flip, right? That could be a second passport if you're eligible, that is, or regional stays. Study to stay programs, remote income that isn't tied to location, whatever gives you like any atom of actual security, not just a stamp. Guys, in this economy, plan Bs aren't luxuries anymore, they're lifelines, because the visa gets you in, but it won't keep you safe. Anyway, talk to me in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this?
December 16, 2025. Let's talk about this major breaking news. And this is coming from the President of America, President Donald Trump, as he has given a directive for the suspension of the issuance of B1, B2 visa, student visa, which is the F and M visa, and also the exchange visa, which is the J visa. And according to reports, this is due to the fact that there is high level of insecurity in Nigeria, the Boko Haram and the Islamic State operating freely in certain parts of Nigeria. As you all know, what has been going on between the US and Nigeria lately, and we saw President Trump, put Nigeria as a country of particular concern a couple of weeks ago because of the high level of insecurity. And right now, and also visa overstay. So, according to the report from the White House, Nigeria has a total of 5.56% as regards B1, B2 visa, while for the F and M visa and J visa overstay rate is 11.90%. So right now, all of these classes of visa have been suspended. So which means that they know they give visa to those classes anymore. And right now, President Trump has instructed the consular officers to reduce the validity of any other non-immigrant visa. You all know my stand when it comes to the level of insecurity in Nigeria. And at the end of the day, most of the politicians and their family members will not be affected by this. Most of their kids have dual citizenship. Now look at someone that is planning to come to the US to study. Even if you have even if you have GA right now or scholarship, you will not be given visa. The Nigerian government should do better as regards insecurity.
Breaking news here. The worst is happening to Nigeria. Africa is in a mess. I don't know what is going on, but what I know is America is rejecting Nigeria. Canada has rejected Nigeria. UK has rejected Nigerians. And even some country in Africa, they are pushing back on Nigerians. Few months ago, or about a few weeks ago, I warned the consequences of what Canada just did to Nigeria. Visa restriction on Nigerians, travel restriction on Nigerians, and some other part of Africa. When it happens to one, it happens to all. Africa must wake up. Nigeria must wake up. Nigeria is. So recently, about a few days ago, I received a news and as I was just reading through the internet, and I make a few phone calls and realized that the US Embassy in Nigeria is canceling visas. Is canceling visas. Business visa, private visas, student visas. So what it means is after you have been given a visa and you have probably booked your flight, the embassy will call you and they will cancel your visa. And for those that have traveled as you are landing in the United States, you are returned back to Nigeria. This is a mess. This is a mess. Some folks are on the internet, they are laughing about this, they are joking about it. But let me draw our attention to something. If you don't put your house in order, you can be rejected by anybody from anywhere at any time without prior notice. Few months ago, I made a presentation here that says no matter how rich you are, how successful you are as an individual, as long as you are an African, black race, not until Africa is fixed, not until Nigeria is fixed, not until your country is fixed, not until we collectively succeed together, you have no foundation anywhere in the world. You have no relevance anywhere in the world. All this visa cancellation is not because these people don't have money. So, in other words, money has failed. And I told us here that a time will come where money will fail, your influence will fail, your political position will fail, every other thing will fail. The only thing that Africa need to do is to build Africa, invest in Africa, invest in human capacity development. And once that is done, we will be able to build the environment. And that is when our visas will no longer be cancelled. This is not to blame the United States or Canada or UK or any other country that will follow suit. It is a wake-up call. Africans are bothered. They are worried because they are asked to stay at home. Why are you bothered? Why are you worried? Because you can't solve your own problem? You can't figure out how to travel within Africa? You can't open borders so that there will be trade within Africa? Yeah. America will not solve Nigerian problem. Russia won't solve Nigerian problem. China won't solve Nigerian problem. If you run to France, France will not solve Nigerian problem. They won't solve Africa problems. Decade ago, China was nothing. Nobody want to even have anything to do with China. But the moment they make up their mind to build their nation, the moment they make up their mind to invest in their nation, just a few days ago, we see the parade that they just did, the military parade. And we see the power they display, how they are explaining to the world without saying a word. Because they took time to invest, to build. Building is hard, it's difficult. But the only option for you to be respected across the nations of the world is to build. There is no two route to this, no two way about it. Running away from Africa will not make you respected. Becoming anything, engineer, doctors, maybe a business tycoon, like some of them that have, we have airplanes in the world, we have airports, we've built airports, we've done so many things, breakthrough, individual breakthrough. But all of those things really mean nothing. Look at Russia. They stood together to build their nation. Look at Japan. They build it. Today, Africa, we need to come together. Get away with entertainment. All the things that is being done on social media to make us just excited and abandon our building. We need to slow down on entertainment and focus on how can we build. And we must stop destroying ourselves internally. You cannot be building and be destroying at the same time. You can't be stealing and be building at the same time. You can't loot and build at the same time. You can't undermine the youth and build at the same time. You can't ignore wisdom of the wise and build at the same time. You cannot be destroying what government is putting together and at the same time you want to advance. And by the way, no nation is truly built by government. Government create enabling environment for the people to build. We cannot be having someone like Dangote in Nigeria, and Nigeria is not built, like Otedola of Nigeria, like Adenuga of Nigeria, and even the president of Nigeria is rich enough, and some other rich people, men and women, and yet Nigeria is unbuilt. We have like someone like Bishop David Oyedepo. People are rich, financially successful. But why is Nigeria like this? This is not a question of prayer. Prayer cannot solve the problem of development. Prayer cannot solve the problem of underutilization of human being. Prayer cannot solve any of this stuff. It takes thinking, critical thinking, for us to revive, to reconstruct, to rebuild, to redesign, and to take. Why are youth neglected? They are talented enough to create all kinds of things. Look at what we do on the internet. It is time for us not to do things individually, but to pull together, to work together, to make sure we have one vision, and that vision is for development. It is a mess, Nigeria, and it's time for us to redeem ourselves. Not to capitalize on excuses. Excuses never do anything. And we cannot continue to blame the West for their own decision to preserve themselves. Wake up, Nigeria. Wake up, Africa. If you love what I'm doing here, hit the plus button. Leave me a comment in the comment section. I want to hear your opinion. I want people that are truly sharp with ideas here. Follow me for more. God bless you, and God bless Africa.
Finally, Donald Trump has hit hard on Nigerians. When Donald Trump says Nigeria is a country of a particular concern, he truly means what he was saying. Now he has put a ban on Nigeria. Not only Nigeria, it includes a lot of African countries. Mostly now African country food the list. He put a ban on many countries. All right. We know that, okay, Nigeria has been on partial ban before now, but now he has put a permanent ban until maybe further notice before they go feel remove some certain things. This ban includes so many people, including government officials. He banned, including even people who want to go study. He said, no, you can't come. Say, because when you come to study, now they do kukere way to get to a result. Now they forge. He said people when they come for holiday, they know they agree go back. Some their visa go finish, self, they no go agree go back, and some go back late. So he put a ban on that one too. He put a ban, even people that wants to come and do business in America, he said, no, you cannot come. Did you see that? They said, we'll put help fix our country. We don't want to do it. Look at the things that are going on. If our country is good, why should people be running to America every day? And when you get there, you know, go come back. What is the issue? Now, Donald Trump don't put eyes on us. What are his reasons? He gave plenty reasons. So he talks, say, we get ISWA for our country, we get Boko Haram. So they don't know if people they come into America, they don't even know who be who. So them, they want to save their country. They want to safeguard their country. As we know, want to safeguard our own. All right. What we are getting from the political leaders is for them to say, oh, now our party they lead now. People are joining our party. We are the fastest growing party in Africa. That's all they can tell us. They are doing nothing to save us from all this embarrassment coming from the Western countries. For how long are we going to continue like this? 2027 is here. People come out and choose a good leader. Some people go still they talk. If we do not get it right through leadership, it go hard for us. And like this, we will continue. All right? So it is high time Nigerians realize that not only us, our destiny, they are our palm, and we need to step up and do the needful. Nobody will do it for us. Americans don't set their own countries. They do and well for their people. They don't do and well for us. That's what they are telling us. So if America is telling you that they are banning even people that want to come and study, can't you see that they are serious? Well, this ban does not actually include people with special handwork, according to them. People like their Davido, their Wizkid and Burna Boy, all those ones where they do entertainment, where they do some kind of special thing, they no ban those ones. They can come. And this ban as well, it does not include people where they already get their visa. If you don't get your visa already, it don't include you. You can still enter America. Like if your visa is ready now, all right. And if you apply for visa and you have not gone for the interview, let's even agree you go for the interview and they can't give you the visa, you still have the opportunity to go. So to round it up, the fact remains that these restrictions and this ban will start officially from first day of January. So you have from now till first day of January to do whatever you want to do and enter America. And those that are already in America, those that have green cards, you are not restricted. They are not stopping you. And those that already have the visa, they are not stopping you. But from now onward, let's say from January 1st onward, that band is already there. You know, if you get, no even try and no even go apply for visa, they know will give you. But do you know one thing? These people has been making a lot of money from this thing. No? Yes. How many people did they ban? Like, how many people did they deny visa? Did they used to return their visa fee to them? No. Do you know how many people apply? Do you know every week how many people goes for interview? Let's assume 500 people goes for interview in a week. Maybe now only 50 people or 30 something go get. What happened to the 400 and something people? Their visa fee is gone. So them too, as they banned, they know say it will affect them in one way or the other because Nigerians too, they apply for that thing. All right. Make we fix hand. Make we take time, fix our country. There is no two ways about it. There is nothing like your own. Our own is our own. And we have to put our heads together and fix this country. 2027 is closer. Stand up, make the right choice. Let's decide on who can take Nigeria out of this particular concern. Because Donald Trump, before he called us a shit-hot country, right? Shit-hot. But now he said we are a country of particular concern. So they just need to watch us because he get us how they behave. That's what he's telling us. But the fact remains that you know that we are the most smartest people in the world. Yes, but he get us how our country leaders don't make us look. That's why they berate us like that. If not, normally, Nigerians, we are at the top. May God help us to get it right. May God help our leaders. May God help us as citizens. And may God continue to protect the world. Peace.
They say your visa was approved, but imagine showing up to the airport and it's suddenly revoked with no warning or no explanation. That's what's happening right now to Nigerians. The U.S. Embassy has started quietly canceling visas that have already been issued. People are finding out last minute at boarding gates, at check-ins, and all officials are saying is it's for security reasons. No details, no chance to appeal, just completely canceled. From what I heard, they're using an old law that lets you revoke visas if they find new information, but they're not saying what this new information is. It's not just Nigerians either. They say that this law applies to millions worldwide. It's just at the moment, Nigerians is just the people who are getting hit the hardest. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think this is really about security, or is there something else going on behind the scenes that we don't know about?
This just in, the US has pretty much banned Nigerian immigration to the country. And this is not like that previous ban where they banned immigrant visas, meaning that if you were trying to get a green card, you weren't allowed to do that anymore, but there were exceptions. No. This one, they even banned visitor visa. They banned student visas, and they actually cited falsifying student records and grades to get into the States as one of the reasons. They mentioned marriage fraud as one of the reasons why they are stopping green card filings for Nigerians. They mentioned overstaying visas for one of the reasons why they are no longer issuing visitors visa. Now, of course, if you have a valid visa, they say you can still get in. If you have a green card, they say you can still get in. And if you have particular interest to the country, and they gave the example, athlete. If you don't know why I'm raising my eyebrows, you might want to go look up Colin Kaepernick and find out why they keep importing Black people into America to entertain them. So if you have like a special talent that is of national interest, then yeah, maybe they'll consider you. Basically, if you're built like you can play American football, then they'll take you. Some of y'all are not going to like what I'm about to say, but I need for you to understand. You see them YouTube movies? That is not special enough talent for them to make you come. I'm not trying to be condescending. It's not everything that a lawyer says that you will like. I need for you to understand that. You're going to have to explain why them YouTube movies are important to America, where Idris Elba is living, where Damson Idris is living. Like, you're going to have to prove some international acclaim. You see Rema, you no go get problem. You see Ira, she no go get problem. You see, make I no drop name, you go get problem. To thine own self be true. Know yourself and know what you're bringing to the table. Now, let me be honest. None of this is to throw shade. This is just me being very honest and very direct, because at this point, we're going to have to start being very realistic, because, Nigerians, we like to fantasize a bit sometimes. So we have to be realistic about this. And let's not forget that there is no more asylum. See, all of you that think that America cares so much about the Christians that are being killed in the North, America cares so much that she has refused to grant those people asylum. The only people that are being granted asylum are white South Africans. White. Not too long ago, 3 Ghanaians were held and detained in Israel, and Ghana responded. They retaliated. They held 3 Israelis as soon as they stepped foot in the country. That's what happens when countries are exercising their sovereignty. Sometimes they will retaliate, which means that if Nigeria should choose to retaliate in this particular situation, the American passport holders could see certain limitations. So if you like yourself and you're going to Nigeria on a US passport, get a visa and make sure it is confirmed in your mailbox or in that passport booklet before you set your foot in Nigeria.
The world is turning against us. The world is turning against us. A country that is filled with intelligent people. Now animals, they rule now. The world is turning against us. A country that is all over the world. If you see those who are carrying first, if you see those who are doing great things, those who are breaking ground, Nigerians. How come with such our brilliant mind, they see they turn their back? What is going on? What is going on? Now, I do not blame the world though. See, because some of una no good. Make they talk the truth. Make I speak from pitching English, because I get Americans when they follow me. As far as the shame. Some of una no good. Una go, they carry una bad character. They walk around the world. Now nobody wants to deal with your shit. Nobody wants to deal with your shit. One motto that I have personally as a human being. You see, one motto that I have. I know that Nigeria has bad name. So what I do, I feel is one person at a time. That's why when I'm dealing with international people, international partners, I go over and above to be straight, to be honest, to be timely, for them to say, oh, Nigeria has bad name. Oh. But there was this lady that I dealt with, her name is Choma. That lady made me start to think twice about the bad name Nigerians have, because I have dealt with her and she was good. You see, if all of us, one by one person at a time, can begin to do this. I have dealings right now with a Ghana person. And when he wanted to deal with me initially, he didn't want to do it because he said, I'll be Nigeria. He said, Nigeria. But the person that recommended me said, this one is different. And I made sure, just day before yesterday, I paid him the share of his money. I paid him the share of his money for the business that we're doing. And some payments that he was not aware of that came in, I still, everything, CSV file. I said that go the guy. I said, these are the payments that you were not aware of. This came through this other link. This came through this. He said, wow. You're so honest. I didn't even know. I said, you don't need to know. As long as you're dealing with me, I'm going to be honest. As straight as an arrow. Guys, you don't bad. We don't carry bad name. We don't carry bad name. It's all over the world, but we can change it. We might not change it completely in our generation, but we can start one person at a time. Begin to be honest. Begin to be straight. Begin to do the right thing. One person at a time. If we can do this, maybe, just maybe, our children, because our generation is over for us, but maybe our children can have a chance where the world will not alienate them, where the world will not give them a blanket sanction, where the world countries quietly will not give them special conditions. Imagine me calling the hotel in Dubai. Normally, when you book a 5-star hotel in Dubai, they go do visa for you. I called the hotel to help me with my visa. They said, what country passport are you using? I said, Nigeria. They said, I'm sorry. Nigeria has special conditions. Why? One person at a time. That fast money where you won't get, That thing where you want to do, where you know, say, if they find out, say you be Nigerian, it gonna make all of us look bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. It might not be for you. Think about your children. The world is turning against us. The world, this will not be giant. We not be giant again, no. We ain't giant, no bullshit. We are not giants. There is nothing giant about us. Let us be honest with ourselves. One person at a time. We can't change the narrative.
Nigeria added as US expands travel restrictions. So, President Donald Trump on Tuesday, December 16, signed a proclamation further restricting entry into the United States for nationals of countries identified as high risk due to what the White House described as persistent and severe deficiencies in screening, vetting, and information sharing that threaten national and public safety. Among the 15 additional countries placed under partial entry restriction is Nigeria. The decision was announced in a fact sheet published on the White House website on Tuesday, December 16th, titled President Donald J. Trump further restrict and limit the entry of foreign nationals to protect the security of the United States. In addition, the proclamation imposes partial entry restrictions on 15 more countries that includes Nigeria. Countries under this Nigeria restriction include, we have Antigua and Barbuda, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Dominican Republic, Gabon, the Gambia, Malawi, Mauritania, Senegal, Tanzania, Tonga, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, and Angola. So what that means is that according to the information, if you have an existing visa, you can still have access to the United States. Also, another part of this restriction is that they say at the discretion of the consular, they can decide on individual case by case. Except you are an athlete, musician, a superstar, then the restriction may not actually affect you like that. This happens when the leadership in a country that refuses to actually do right by their people. If Nigeria had addressed the concerns that was expressed by President Trump regarding the Christian, regarding some other things, I don't think we will be in this list. I don't think we will be on this list. But sadly, we have leaders who don't actually care about us. And because they have diplomatic passports, their children have diplomatic passport, they are citizens of America, they can go and come back. So the decision will only affect ordinary people like us. Sadly, America will do everything to protect their citizens, and that is what a country should do normally. But hey, Nigeria is a country that does not have leadership.
Breaking news. The US government has suspended B1, B2, FM, and J visas for Nigerian nationals. I say congratulations. When you read something like this, the first reaction is anger. And I get it. Because it feels like an entire country is being punished for problems that most ordinary people have nothing to do with. I'm not a terrorist. Now here they paying people pass. Yes, Nigeria has security issues. Nobody is denying that. Boko Haram, ISWAP, banditry, these things are real. We are all aware of it. We are complaining about it. But the truth is, terrorism is not a Nigerian identity. It's a failure of leadership and governance. There are criminals in America, UK, France, but nobody shuts down their citizens completely, right? Now, let's talk about the visa overstay numbers they're always throwing around. Overstay is not a crime of violence. It's an immigration problem. People overstay visas because of fear, instability back home, or because they already built a life abroad. There are just so many reasons people don't want to go back home when their visa expires. But it's not terrorism. So then to use that as a blanket excuse to suspend students, tourists, families, and professionals, come on, that's lazy policy. Trump, yourself, check out. What hurts the most is the student visa. FM and J. These are young people trying to learn, build skills, and contribute to the society. Doctors, engineers, tech people, researchers. You're blocking the very people who could help rebuild Nigeria and even help America. It doesn't make sense. And let's be very honest. Nigeria exports talent. Everywhere Nigerians go, they work hard, they innovate, they hustle legally. So when policies like this come out, it sends a message. It says, we don't see individuals, we only see risk, we see terrorists, we see this. And that's a dangerous thinking. Here's an uncomfortable truth that Nigerians also need to hear. Our government has failed us. If Nigeria worked, nobody would be risking their lives, future, facing this kind of embarrassment just to travel. If systems were strong, nobody would overstay. So yes, external policies are unfair, but internal failure opened the door. This shouldn't turn into America hates Nigeria. No, this should turn into Nigeria needs fixing. Nigeria needs an overhaul. Security needs improvement. Until trust improves, other countries will keep making decisions like this, shameful and embarrassing decisions. So my final thought is this: Nigerians deserve to be judged as individuals, not stereotypes. And Nigeria deserves leaders that won't keep putting its people in position where the world looks at them suspiciously, accuses them, throw them left and right, and make all these shameful policies. That's really it. No insults, so just stating facts.
Imagine waking up and finding out that your US visa has been cancelled. No explanation, no warning, just gone. According to The Guardian, the US Embassy in Nigeria has quietly started revoking valid visas issued to Nigerians, including professionals, entrepreneurs, and even government officials. We're talking people with spotless travel histories, a prominent journalist, a federal agency head who was about to speak at an international event, an Abuja entrepreneur who's never overstayed a visa, all of them cancelled. Some of them only found out at the airport when they're ready to board. A few were briefly detained by immigration officers before being turned back. The cancellation letters they received basically cited Title 22 Code of Federal Regulation, that new information became available after the visa was issued. But they don't tell you what exactly that new information is. There is no evidence, no right to appeal, nothing. So what's really going on? Is there a quiet crackdown on Nigerians? Because nobody is saying anything. Not the US Embassy, not our own government. Let's talk about it. Do you think this is fair? Or what exactly do you think is going on? Tag someone who needs to see this. And don't forget to follow your girl Sassy Funke for updates that protect your travel plans. If you're Nigerian and planning to travel to the US in 2026, don't scroll. This affects entry into the US. This is not social media gist. This is from an official US government announcement. Here is what it says. Entry into the US is suspended for Nigerians on all immigrant visas and on these non-immigrant visas only. B1, B2, B1, B2, FM, and J visas. No visa is being cancelled or revoked. The rule is about entry, not cancelling visas. The suspension applies to Nigerians who are outside of the US on January 1st, 2026, and do not already have a valid visa in those categories. Other non-immigrant visas are not suspended, but their validity may be shorter. Comment USA, and I'll share the official documents and explain how this affects your situation. And don't forget to follow your girl Sassy Funke for travel updates Nigerians actually need.
So, United States President Donald Trump have added Nigeria to travel ban list. It's actually a partial travel ban list. Nigeria, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, and 12 other countries. I think it was actually 39 countries, but some of them have full restriction, which includes Sierra Leone, but Nigeria, our own partial restriction. So it means that those who are seeking for new visa, there is no way for you. There is no way for you. The only people who are permitted from Nigeria now to enter US are those people with existing visa, sports people, diplomats, and all green card holders. For those of you who are seeking to go there, maybe for tourists, business, if you enter. You cannot enter. And they say the reason is because they find it difficult to do screening because of what is happening in Nigeria, the security and what's not. And again, Nigeria actually have a high rate of overstay in USA. So for now, that they are not accepting non-immigrants to US, I think it's actually is a temporary thing till Nigeria find a way to work on their security issue. Honestly speaking, if Pemio say poor people, innocent people go suffer. I just wish that they would do it in such a way that you see all these our presidents them, all these our politicians, their leg no go touch them, but some of them actually have paper. Some of them actually have paper. Since we no one use our sense. UAE don't ban Nigeria since. This one again. Which way? Nigeria, which way? Which way? I don't even know at this point if we still get president though. I don't know what is going on with our president. Should we get president? Because of recent now, I don't hear anything again from him. What's happened? Anyway, Sha. So if you are hustling, applying for US visa, go enjoy your Christmas obole because Donald Trump have put a partial restriction travel ban on Nigerians, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, and 12 other countries. Partial. This one is partial. Some people actually have full travel ban restriction for Nigeria now. This thing. So if you dey hustle, make you enter US, go and enjoy your Xmas obole. Donald Trump don't cut them off. It is well. It is well with us. So we just pray that one day Nigeria will get the help that we need. That one day we will get security. One day, Nigeria will turn to one of the best countries. We pray and hope. Don't know if it will happen in my generation because how old are they? Or my grandchildren generation. I don't know. But we keep praying and hoping that Nigeria gets better. It is well.
Nigerians to face a permanent ban if you submit a false document, according to the US Embassy. Now, according to the press statement, the embassy cautioned visa applicants against falsifying information or submitting fake documents during the visa application process. Visa fraud has serious consequences. Lying or providing fake documents can lead to permanent visa bans under US immigration law, the embassy said. The warning came as the United States ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Richard Mills, met with Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Yusuf Tuga, to discuss bilateral relations and areas of cooperation between both countries. The embassy added that the United States looks forward to continuing its partnership with Nigeria on issues of mutual interest. So as a Nigerian who is aspiring to travel to the US, please get your documents legit. Yes, any mago, you'll be banned for life. US, no go smell them. All right? And you're welcome.
Y'all, well, this is it. This permanently bans them from coming. It's mainly Nigeria, but there are, of course, other countries, but the bulk of it is Nigeria. And, I think we know why, because they are the ones doing the most scamming, providing the fake degrees and lying about their credentials. And of the biggest fake degrees are the nurses, the doctors, and engineers. They want the big old high paying positions, when they get over here, even if they are not eligible for that. And they're putting a stop to it. And you see the UK, I did the live on that about a month ago where they're asking the Nigerian nurses to leave their country because there were so many with fake nursing degrees and certificates. They want them gone. And there, that one woman was right. Nobody wants them in their country. Nobody wants these Nigerians. Everywhere they go, they get kicked out. And now the visa, that's just the beginning. And Donald Trump signed that just 2 days ago. And anybody that got visas from this point on, even if they were planning on coming and already paid for schooling and everything, it doesn't matter. They can't come. Even if they got hired for a job and they were on their way here to start that job, they can't come. They can't come. It doesn't matter. So there were a lot of students that were planning to come to school here in 2026. They can't come to school here now. Like I said, why can't y'all just go to school in Nigeria? Why can't you just find work in Nigeria? This is your time now that you're getting kicked out of virtually every country around the globe. Why don't you take this time to fix up Nigeria? What's the point in running everywhere else when you can stay right there and fight your government to get things the way you want and fix up Nigeria? Here's your big chance to do it. Why be smart outside of your country and stupid inside your country? Fix up your country. Get rid of all them terrorists, Boko Haram, run them people off. Get rid of them. I don't understand how you can make life better for yourself everywhere else except for Nigeria. Now you can do it. Now you're not going to be able to run anywhere else. And because of all the scamming and everything and the crimes y'all commit everywhere you go, y'all ain't going to really be able to run beyond Nigeria. You're not going to be able to run anywhere else. So you're not going to have a choice but to do something in Nigeria. Mm-mm-mm. And you heard what they said, and the US permanently canceled all their visas and said they don't even have to give them an explanation. Don't have to give you an explanation, just canceled it. So it's going to be a lot of them that were planning to come here that can't come here at all, ever. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. They're gonna get around to deporting them out of here. They're on the Somalis and they're about to get to the Haitians. And you can best believe they gonna get around to the Nigerians up in here too. They already gonna get, and and they're still on the Latinos, because if you go out on TikTok, you can still see some very recent ICE raids on Latinos. They're still going after their butts hard. So they never let up on the Latinos. They are going after them real hard. So the Somalis, they have just started on them a few weeks ago, and they already gave the warning call to the Haitians. So as of February, it's on with the Haitians. It is on. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all, it's going to be a crazy year. But Donald Trump ain't playing. Not when it comes down to getting these immigrants out of here. He's not playing. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I do have one more live coming up, and I think you're going to get a good laugh out of this. Erica Kirk did a town hall on CBS. I don't even know why they did this town hall with her. She's not a politician. She's really a nobody. She was just married to Charlie Kirk. I mean, other than that, she did some acting work here and there. But I mean, who really knew who she was, even as an actress? Nobody really knew who she was. Well, they had some very, let's just say, they had some of the most lowest ratings ever during that town hall with Erica Kirk. I don't even know why they did this thing at all. There could have been much better stories to cover than Erica Kirk, but they decided to go with that and had their worst ratings ever. So we're going to talk about that, and that will be at 5:45. So I hope to see you all then. Let me just say my thank you, Yaz Flame. I know that's you, Onika. Queen Lisa, Trump's been watching us and listening to our talking points. Yeah, he addressed the nation yesterday, y'all. I didn't touch on it because really, Trump ain't talking about nothing. And on top of that, all he did was blame everybody else for everything that's wrong in this country. And he just harped on blaming Joe Biden. I was like, you are the president now. I don't even know why you keep bringing up Joe Biden. And oh, everything is somebody else's fault. And his speech sounds just like a rally, like he's talking at a rally. It doesn't even sound like a professional presidential speech that he should be doing before the nation. It just sounds like he's still on the stage at a rally. I say he don't even know how somebody he needs to get professional speech writers or something because he sounds ridiculous. He really does. He does not sound like a president. So anyway, I didn't even touch on it because to be honest with you, he spoke for 20 minutes and said absolutely nothing as far as I'm concerned. So y'all, I will see you at 5:45. I will see you then. And Onika, thank you so much for your support for my channel. I deeply appreciate it. Shalom, family.